Intro, welcome, seekers of wisdom and mastery in the art of attraction. Today, we dive into a realm where philosophy meets psychology, where timeless Stoic principles intersect with the modern dynamics of relationships, and where understanding human nature gives you the undeniable advantage in creating desire and fascination. If you've ever wondered how some men seem to effortlessly capture attention, spark genuine curiosity, and inspire relentless pursuit from women, then this video is your gateway to understanding why. Guided by the insights of Michael Sandel, a thinker whose mastery of ethics and human behavior illuminates the paths of attraction in ways most people overlook, we are about to explore 10 transformative Stoic secrets. These are not just abstract ideas or theoretical musings. They are actionable strategies grounded in centuries of wisdom, reshaped for the modern world. Before we begin, imagine for a moment the kind of presence that commands attention without arrogance, exudes confidence without neediness, and inspires intrigue and longing naturally, effortlessly. Imagine the subtle yet powerful shift in your interactions when women feel drawn to your energy, captivated by your calm and compelled by your depth. This is not about manipulation. This is about mastering yourself, your mindset, and your character so profoundly that attraction becomes a natural byproduct of the person you are. Michael Sandel teaches us that understanding moral reasoning, ethical integrity, and human values doesn't just make you wiser, it makes you magnetic. Now, let's embark on this journey. We'll break down these Stoic secrets step by step. Each secret will give you insight into a different facet of attraction: how to embody confidence, cultivate mystery, balance desire with restraint, and ultimately inspire pursuit rather than desperation. By the end of this video, you will understand not just the mechanics of attraction, but the philosophy behind why certain behaviors, attitudes, and energies naturally compel women to chase. Prepare yourself, because these secrets have the power to transform your relationships, your interactions, and even your understanding of your own worth. The power of emotional resilience. The first Stoic secret is emotional resilience. Michael Sandel often emphasizes the ethical imperative of mastering your reactions. Understanding that your inner state defines your outer influence. Women are instinctively drawn to men who remain calm under pressure, who maintain composure when challenges arise, and who respond rather than react. Emotional turbulence, neediness, or excessive dependency triggers insecurity and diminishes attraction. Imagine two scenarios. In the first, a man faces a minor conflict or disappointment and immediately shows frustration or sadness, seeking validation from others. In the second, a man encounters the same situation, acknowledges his feelings, but maintains equilibrium, choosing his words and actions with intention. The difference in perceived strength and desirability is enormous. Women sense this resilience on a subconscious level. It communicates stability, its confidence, and the ability to navigate life's complexities without losing oneself. This is not just theory. It's psychology in motion. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control external events, only our internal responses. By mastering your emotions, you cultivate an aura of calm and confidence that is magnetic. Women do not chase instability or chaos. They pursue the man whose inner world is unshakable, whose sense of self is independent of fleeting circumstances. This is the foundation upon which all other Stoic secrets build. Emotional resilience isn't just attractive, it is essential. The art of self-mastery. Second secret is self-mastery. Michael Sandel's philosophy often revolves around the concept of personal responsibility and the cultivation of virtue. A man who governs himself, who understands his impulses and channels them constructively, becomes irresistible without trying. Self-mastery manifests in many ways: your habits, your discipline, your ability to maintain your principles under pressure, and your capacity to prioritize long-term fulfillment over short-term gratification. Consider the magnetism of a man who can say no when necessary, not from rigidity, but from clarity. Saying no demonstrates boundaries, conviction, and self-respect. These qualities communicate that your life is full, purposeful, and not dictated by the whims of others. Women instinctively feel the power of a man who is in command of himself. It signals safety, strength, and the potential for a deeply rewarding connection. Self-mastery also includes how you express desire and attraction. Excessive pursuit, overcommunication, or impulsive behavior reduces intrigue and diminishes value. Stoics believe that the wise individual acts with deliberation, purpose, and balance. By embodying these traits, you create an irresistible aura of competence and control. Attraction becomes a natural consequence of your own self-discipline, because women chase the energy of a man who is complete, composed, and grounded. Self-mastery is not built overnight. It requires conscious effort, reflection, and consistency. But the payoff is extraordinary. It elevates your presence, your confidence, and ultimately your capacity to attract and inspire pursuit without chasing. This secret forms the bedrock for all interactions, ensuring that the energy you radiate draws people in rather than pushing them away. Cultivating strategic mystery, the third Stoic secret, is the art of strategic mystery. Michael Sandel teaches us that human perception is shaped by depth and context. What we see on the surface rarely tells the full story. In relationships, mystery is not about deceit. It's about maintaining an element of intrigue that encourages curiosity. When a man reveals every thought, every emotion, or every intention immediately, he reduces his own value in the eyes of others. Conversely, a man who balances openness with subtle restraint invites fascination, admiration, and pursuit. Think about interactions where some men seem endlessly captivating, almost effortlessly holding attention, while others feel predictable or overly familiar. The difference lies in the careful orchestration of self-disclosure. Stoicism emphasizes that true power comes from internal mastery, not external validation. By withholding the unnecessary, by allowing moments of pause, by letting your life speak louder than your words, you create a magnetic aura. Women sense the depth of a man who is not fully known. It triggers a natural desire to explore, understand, and connect. Mystery also conveys independence. When you are not constantly available, when your time and energy are valued and protected, you communicate that your world is rich and fulfilling, even without validation from others. Women are instinctively drawn to men whose lives are full and meaningful. Those who engage with intention rather than compulsion. This Stoic principle elevates your presence because it transforms everyday interactions into an experience of intrigue. Mystery is not manipulation. It is self-respect. And self-respect is irresistible. The discipline of silence. The fourth secret is the discipline of silence. Michael Sandel often explores the ethical dimensions of speech and dialogue, emphasizing the power of thoughtful expression over compulsive communication. In the context of attraction, silence is a potent tool. It conveys confidence, composure, and the ability to reflect before reacting. A man who masters when to speak and when to remain quiet cultivates authority and magnetism. Words lose power when overused. Silence, by contrast, commands attention and respect. Imagine a conversation where a man interjects constantly, filling every pause with commentary or jokes. Contrast that with a man who listens intently, speaks deliberately, and uses pauses to create impact. Women notice the difference instinctively. Silence allows you to observe, understand, and respond in ways that demonstrate intelligence, empathy, and self-control. These qualities create a magnetic pull because they signal that your presence is intentional and valuable. Silence also encourages reflection in others. By not revealing every reaction, you allow curiosity and desire to grow. Women are drawn to the energy of a man whose words are measured, whose emotions are balanced, and whose presence carries weight without being overpowering. This Stoic discipline is not passive. It is active self-mastery. The ability to be silent at the right moment is a demonstration of inner strength, and strength is universally attractive. In essence, what you don't say often matters more than what you do. And mastering this principle is key to creating pursuit rather than dependence. The practice of purposeful detachment, the fifth secret, is purposeful detachment. Stoicism teaches that attachment to outcomes can create unnecessary suffering and diminish personal power. Michael Sandel's insights into justice, fairness, and moral clarity illustrate that when we act with integrity and understanding, rather than obsession over results, we elevate our character and influence. In relationships, purposeful detachment means engaging with women without desperation, without the need for validation, and without clinging to a specific outcome. Detachment does not mean indifference. It means valuing your own trajectory, your personal growth, and your long-term goals above transient approval. A man who is fully engaged in his own life naturally attracts women because his energy radiates independence, stability, and authenticity. Women pursue the man who prioritizes himself because his self-possession signals strength, emotional maturity, and a life worth exploring. Purposeful detachment also transforms interactions. Rather than chasing or attempting to control desire, you allow attraction to unfold organically. This Stoic secret requires patience, perspective, and confidence. By focusing on your own values, ambitions, and self-development, you create an aura that compels pursuit rather than dependence. Women sense the subtle shift immediately. A man who is complete in himself generates desire effortlessly because he operates from abundance rather than scarcity. Detachment is liberation, and liberation is magnetic. The mastery of presence, the sixth Stoic secret, is the mastery of presence. Michael Sandel frequently highlights the ethical significance of attention, reflection, and genuine engagement. In the world of attraction, presence is the ability to be fully engaged in the moment, to radiate calm, confidence, and authenticity. Women are drawn not to distractions, superficial charm, or performative gestures, but to a man who commands attention simply through his aura and focus. Presence is more than physical proximity or eye contact. Heat is the energy you carry. A man who is present listens with intent, responds with thought, and interacts without pretense. Every word, every gesture, and every pause becomes a deliberate expression of self-assuredness. Women sense authenticity at a subconscious level. It fosters trust, admiration, and fascination. The ability to be fully present communicates that your time, energy, and attention are valuable. And it creates an environment where connection deepens naturally. Stoicism teaches that distractions, worries about the past, or anxieties about the future dilute the power of now. By mastering presence, you cultivate a magnetic stability that draws people toward you effortlessly. Women chase men who are fully immersed in life, who embody confidence without arrogance, and who exist in harmony with their surroundings. Presence transforms ordinary encounters into memorable experiences, turning fleeting moments into opportunities for connection and attraction. The principle of ethical power, the seventh Stoic secret, is the principle of ethical power. Michael Sandel's philosophy revolves around the importance of moral integrity and justice. In relationships, ethical power is the ability to influence without coercion, to lead without domination, and to attract without manipulation. A man who embodies ethical power commands respect and admiration because his actions are guided by values. It's not by selfish desire or ego. Ethical power combines confidence, wisdom, and integrity. It is expressed through consistency, honesty, and a commitment to fairness. Women are instinctively drawn to men who demonstrate strength coupled with moral clarity, those who act with purpose, protect what matters, and respect both themselves and others. This principle transforms attraction from a superficial game into a profound dynamic where desire and admiration emerge naturally. A man who wields ethical power is both magnetic and trustworthy. Women sense his ability to create security, stability, and inspiration. Attraction is no longer about superficial tactics. It becomes a reflection of the depth, authenticity, and character that define him. Ethical power ensures that pursuit is not forced, but invited. And that connection is built on mutual respect and genuine intrigue. Now that you have uncovered the 7 Stoic secrets, guided by the wisdom of Michael Sandel, you are equipped to transform the way you approach attraction. These principles are not quick tricks or shallow manipulations. They are timeless strategies grounded in philosophy, ethics, and human psychology. By cultivating emotional resilience, mastering yourself, maintaining mystery, practicing silence, embracing detachment, embodying presence, and wielding ethical power, you create a magnetic energy that naturally inspires pursuit. Remember, attraction is not about chasing. It is about becoming a man whose life, character, and energy invite admiration and desire. Each secret builds upon the last, creating a foundation of strength, authenticity, and purpose. Women are drawn to men who are complete, confident, and principled, not because of games or strategies, but because of the irresistible force of self-mastery and presence. As you implement these Stoic secrets into your life, you will notice a profound shift, not only in how women perceive you, but in how you perceive yourself. Confidence, magnetism, and respect flow naturally from the cultivation of these principles. So take these teachings, integrate them deeply, and step into a version of yourself that is compelling, grounded, and unstoppable. The journey to becoming a man who inspires relentless pursuit begins now, and the path is as rewarding as the destination.